Alright guys, I'm back with my WWE Raw review for the 9th of the 1st, 2017 guys, and I've got to say that this last episode of Raw was a good show this week. It wasn't bad and boring, it was good. It had its bad points, like it does probably every Raw, it had its bad points, but with the star power of a Shawn Michaels and the star power of a Undertaker, I was thinking that the show couldn't go wrong. And it was a good show. We had, a good main event, which was advertised before, a couple of days before Raw, which was always a good idea. If you want your fans to get invested in a title match, then it's always good to advertise it a few days beforehand. Oh, I've always loved that idea. But yeah, we started off Raw with Steph and Mick Foley coming out. Well, they didn't come out; they was backstage in her office. And Mick Foley's now shaved his head bald. Yes, he's now shaved his beard and now he's gone bald. So, the corporate Mick Foley. And now I was looking at this and I was thinking, this is like when he was the commissioner or something in 2001 in the Attitude Era, or was it 2000s? Oh yeah, that was like 2000s. Like when he had the same look and it was fucking awesome. I had like a childhood marker moment there. Anyway. So she talks about that Foley has a limited time to find the Undertaker, and Undertaker's advertised for the show, and she doesn't know if he's gonna really turn up because she doesn't want him to go because SmackDown had him, Raw's gonna have him now. So Braun Strowman comes out and asks for Goldberg and Reigns, and basically Foley says Goldberg's not here, but Reigns has got a match next. So Seth Rollins announces that he's going to be in the Royal Rumble match. And then you have Strowman and Rollins brawl, and then you have them brawl into the ring. It was supposed to be Jericho and KO versus Reigns for the US strap for the first match of the night, but that didn't happen because we added a brawl between all four guys. So, all five guys. And then after that, we got to the first match. It was Rich Swann versus some other cruiserweight. I didn't care about it. Rich Swann went over. It looks like to me it's going to be Rich Swann versus Neville for the Cruiserweight title. And in my opinion, they just need to put that. I mean, I don't care for the Cruiserweights anymore. It doesn't matter how many times they give them segments or they give them TV time. I cannot get invested in no Cruiserweights anymore. They have just buried the hell out of those guys that I cannot mentally or physically, I cannot really get involved in those guys. Like I cannot get invested into the characters. It's just they're just shoved down our throats. It's like, to me, Vince McMahon had one idea. Vince and Kevin Dunn had one idea with these cruiserweights. It was like, it's a Triple H idea, so what we're gonna do is put them on Raw to piss off Triple H and the WWE fans, and what we're gonna do is, and we're gonna put them on in the middle of the show instead of doing what a WCW and what they did in the Ruthless Aggression era on SmackDown. So that's what Vince McMahon thinks was good. I thought when he told them to tone the style down a bit, I thought this isn't good. And then what he's been doing with the cruiserweights and whatever. But yeah, then we had another cruiserweight match. It was Neville versus some luchador. I don't care. Neville went over, but I didn't care for the match. Then we got Sheamus versus Gallows. It was a solid match. I actually enjoyed the match. It was very solid. Sheamus goes over with the bro kick, and then after that, Carl Anderson and Cesaro were on commentary. I like how they was going back and forth on commentary. But yeah, Carl Anderson tried to attack Cesaro, and that did cause a distraction for Sheamus. But he won the match anyway because Gallows got distracted by Carl Anderson's fucking tactics, but whatever. Then we got this New Day segment. So it's New Day, and they're in the ring with Titus. And Titus wants to join the New Day. And they just keep bullying this guy. They bullied him last week and stuff, and he had that match with Xavier and whatever. And then this week they have the Keg Challenge. If you guys remember back in the old NXT days, which were really bad, they had the Keg Challenge, those goofy ass challenges like Tough Enough. So basically, they show an old clip of Titus fucking botching this keg thing, and then they rehash it. Titus doesn't beat his record of 12 minutes and 7 seconds. So after that, Titus gets pissed and slaps Kofi in the face, and then we have Kofi versus Titus. Kofi goes over, if this doesn't lead to anything really serious with the Titus O'Neil character, then why are we having him on TV with the New Day? If we're not gonna have, if Titus is not gonna get two more heels to join him and face the New Day at the Royal Rumble or at Fastlane, then why are we having Titus O'Neil on our television screens? I don't know. I mean, I think since Vince McMahon suspended him for 60 days for what happened last year when he grabbed Vince's arm, I just think Vince has had it in for him ever since. Like him, being drafted to Raw, him barely in TV time, him just getting jobbed out left, right, and center, him missing WrestleMania. I just think Vince has just got it out for him. I just think, if I was tired, I would just fucking quit WWE in 2000. I think after WrestleMania, I think you should just quit WWE and work on the indies. You know what I mean, man? Like, you don't need this. Like, Titus O'Neil's a good wrestler. He's a good heel, but he, for many years, has been very unutilized in the WWE. And that's kind of a sad thing. I mean, he is a good talent, but he's just... when they have something with Titus, they just never go with it. And, it's kind of bad for him because here's a guy that is talented and he's decent on the mic, but they never go anywhere with him, so... What can you do about that? What else was next? Oh yeah, then we had this awesome segment here. So we had Bayley and Sasha Banks backstage, and they're demanding a match for next week, a tag match between Nia Jax and Charlotte, because Nia Jax and Charlotte attacked Sasha and Bayley, and they say that they was demanding a match, and Steph's like, how dare you to demand a match? Who makes matches around here? And then Steph says you might be the legit boss, but I am the boss around here. And then Bayley's like, Steph, do not call me Steph. It's Mrs. McMahon to you. I just fucking love that. Like, I love heel Stephanie McMahon, and I don't know what they've been doing with her character the last few months. I think it's had a bit of lost direction since the Authority ended, but I don't know, like, this segment here just reminded me of the fucking Stephanie of the Authority, like, how fucking just savage attacks that she does and whatever. It's just awesome there. But yeah, before that, they did have a brawl, the four women did, which I think was pretty cool. Then we had Nia Jax and Charlotte versus Sasha and Bayley. Nia Jax pins the number contender. That was a bad booking decision there. I mean, I've said for months that I don't get this. Okay, so you had Nia Jax. He just came out of NXT, drafted to Raw, and she is barely on TV for months because of the Charlotte and Sasha feud. She finally gets some TV time to feud with Sasha Banks, and then now, she taps out at Survivor Series, and now you give her a big win over the number one contender in Bayley. And now I know you're trying to make her as a credible heel, but that ship's kind of sunk when you kind of dip her on TV and you kind of let her tap out Survivor Series. And the other thing is, you've just buried your number one contender. Like, how can Bayley get any credibility if she's just lost clean to Nia Jax, the same woman that she beat clean? Well, not clean, that she beat last week with a belly to belly. Oh my God, this is how I don't get the Raw creative team. Like, their ideas. Oh, I would not like to work for Kevin Dunn. I just don't know. Oh, I don't know how anybody works for Kevin Dunn. He's so poison to the WWE. This is just bad booking here. Booking your women wrestlers on Raw sucks. They need to take a lesson from SmackDown, because at least SmackDown know how to book their women wrestlers. At least every women wrestler looks like a legit challenger. For Raw, I don't know. But anyway, back to the main event. So let's get this Raw review over with. Did we have Braun Strowman versus Seth Rollins? Yeah, maybe we did. I don't care. Whatever. Then we had Undertaker cutting a promo saying that he's going to be in the Royal Rumble, and he's basically going to be digging 29 souls and digging 29 holes and taking 29 souls. I thought that was an awesome line. Braun Strowman was watching in the back, and I was thinking, please, WWE, don't do a Braun Strowman Undertaker match. I know you wanted to do that last year, but no. I think the money match you need to do is Cena versus Undertaker, or AJ, Cena, Taker. But if you want to do Braun Strowman Undertaker, if Undertaker's got one more match in him at after WrestleMania, then do it at a SummerSlam. Like, don't ruin a big money match between a John Cena and a Undertaker that can draw you a lot of money and just waste it on a Braun Strowman Undertaker match. Now, don't get me wrong, guys. I know I'm gonna kind of hateful comments saying, "How dare you defend Braun Strowman? He's like the greatest big guy since whatever." But I don't want. I mean, Braun Strowman is a talented guy, but at the minute, just let us have this dream match between Cena and Undertaker, and then we can have Braun Strowman versus a legend or whatever. And then we had HBK come out with Enzo and Kaz. They basically beat up the heels, and then we have Big Kaz versus Jinder Mahal. It was Big Kaz went over. Main event was Rusev. No, why did I say Rusev? Reigns defending his US title against Jericho and KO. It was a really good match. They brawled on the ramp, in the ring, round the ring. Real good match. Jericho and KO obviously won the match. Jericho won the match, and Chris Jericho finally wins his first US title. And I was thinking to myself, finally, Chris Jericho's got a title in the WWE. Finally, for so many years, I've been wanting Jericho to win a title again in WWE. Because I think he's just an awesome hero, one of my favorite GOATs of all time, and I'm just so happy that he's finally won that US title. But yeah, I was thinking to myself, are the WWE now gonna give like Chris Jericho retired that belt and have a Canadian championship, like I don't know what they're gonna call it, like a Canadian title or something? Because I was thinking they've never had a Canadian championship. They had it in WCW with Lance Storm and whatever, but they never had it in the WWE. And if they had a Canadian, that would just give them more. They don't need more heel heat, but they can do the Canada chance, whatever. So yeah, thank you guys for watching this Raw review, and I will check you later.